Can you hear me?
Yep,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. All right. Hello, everyone. We are back again and we have a story for you tonight. Thank everyone who is tuning in. All right. I'm your host, Ms.Londa, and I have my co host with me here tonight, Kelly. Welcome back.
That was up.
It's good to have you joining me. All
Thank you,
right.
thank you.
So, tonight, our topic is about black men stop degrading black women. And I picked a story, a specific story about a young man by the name of Stefan Clark. He was a 22-year-old black man who was shot and killed. He was shot 8 times in the back by two police officers in Sacramento, California. What stood out to me about this story is that yes, he was killed unjustly. The police were never charged, and he should have gotten justice. But what happened is some tweets surfaced on that he had posted on Twitter sometime before this happened, and it kind of raised the eyebrows of a lot of black women who were standing up, marching and protesting for this young man because of his ill feelings towards black women. There was a post that said, "The only thing I like is black is my Xbox." He also stated, "Black bitches bring dark days." This is something that needs to stop with our black men degrading and putting us down, because guess what? You came from a black woman, your sister's black, and these and black women are, who had to stand up and fight for you even though you still didn't get justice and you should have. But this is something that needs to stop with our black men because we're always fighting for them. And all they do is, want to put us down and degrade us. For what? What are your thoughts on that, Kelly?
I believe that it has to start at home. Um, there has to be a start of why these black men are degrading women because I know they know, like everybody else knows, that they were raised by a black woman. So is basically we have to pinpoint of how they were conditioned. It goes all it goes back to how they were raised because that person that's degrading black women was conditioned by a black mother, black parent that was conditioned by their people that raised them. It's basically a cycle that needs to be broken. A lot of men need a lot of counseling that are scared to speak up because society calls it gay. Oh, you're gay for showing feelings. You're not a man if you cry. But a lot of these men out here have not ever been able to speak about the trauma and experience that has gone on in their lives.
And that's true, Kelly. That is true. A lot of men are raised and taught, if you cry, you a little punk, you a little sissy. And so yeah, they don't know how to be emotional or show their feelings because they think they're weak. But I mean, would you say that it was deeper than that though? To say the things that he stated, don't wouldn't you say that it was something much deeper though? It's not about just stop crying. You're gonna be a little puck. It's like there's. I mean, those are some serious comments. Only thing I want black is my Xbox. Black bitches bring dark days.
Okay, you remember the movie that I told you about that you watched the Broken Rose,
Yeah.
the guy named Shocker.
Yeah.
And like in the beginning of the movie, I said, this man, like, I don't see how these females are able to just like, something has to be going on, like with his mother. He has mommy issues.
Mhm.
Come to find out, he had mommy issues because there was that one part where he uh brought his mom some money, and the way she talked to him, I said he was conditioned to think that way.
Well, it
And
showed
all he
when.
wanted was acceptance from his mother.
Well, yeah, it showed before that though too, because remember when he gave the girl the note, and the girl told him, she was interested in somebody else. He gave her the gift and the note, and then when he came in the house, the mom was like, "Well, where's the gift?" He said he gave it to her. She was like, "You gave it to her." She said she was interested in somebody else, and she started calling him weak and a punk. You
Yeah,
don't remember that part?
I can't even say
It
yeah because
it was
no.
before he got older. He was like, looked like he could have been about 7 years old. But yeah, I mean,
And I believe that he got touched on.
really,
I don't Something happened, but he's but that's the that's where it starts from. Basically, don't nobody know what's going on in the household,
true.
and society has made it to where black men cannot say anything. They're supposed to suck it up, be the man of the house. How can they be the man of the house if they haven't healed from trauma issues? Because
Yeah,
now the man of the house that's supposed to be the man of the house is beating the mess out of a woman that he's supposed to protect, but he wasn't protected by his mother.
facts.
Trust was broken at an early age because as a child, your first trust comes from your parents.
Yeah.
So it started at an early age, and he saw a lot of stuff that he thought was right. Never seeked out to get help because he thought it was right.
Mhm.
And bless his heart, but I've seen situations like that,
Yeah.
and it's 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 um it's very damaging to the man that gets into a relationship because my kid's father has went through that, and I had to sit back and think like, hey, he was conditioned, and the way his mother still talks to him is like, oh, okay. um but it starts at home, having a
Yeah.
lot of pressure on yourself when you're a child, being the man of the house, taking on grown up responsibilities because the mother's never home. It takes a toll on children, but especially men. There's there needs to be something for an outlet for black men, and I say this all the time because black men are swept under the rug.
Exactly. So Belinda says that's because a strong black woman is not going to let him control them. Only with a woman. And so I just wanted to read a couple of the comments that
Okay.
I saw posted due to the tweet that was tweeted. So the first one says, to know that Stefan and his girlfriend were exactly that really makes me want to leave the situation alone, because now she's requesting help from the women she hates. Request help from the white people you love so much. The other one says, stop marching and protesting for this fool that did not care about you. He would not have done the same for you. So a lot of people felt discomfort and lack of empathy, and some of the comments were harsher than others, to find out that this is how this young man felt towards his own people, black women.
Well, black women, they need help too, and a lot of people need to mind their business because they don't know where everything started, like what was going on in that household. They don't know why they act the way they act because, but then again, you should know better at the age that you are that that's not right.
Mm-hmm.
You got to seek help, and you gotta heal those childhood traumas,
So,
because a lot of these men don't even know that they've been traumatized. They
mm-hmm.
think it's normal to corner a woman and make them fear you the same way that their parents back them into a corner to make them fear them.
So
So
you
it's
so you think that their discomfort and lack of empathy was not right.
yes,
Okay.
never show no love for anything.
No, I'm saying these women finding out about these tweets and their lack of empathy and wanting to fall back and not wanting to march or protest for this young man due to finding out his distaste for black women. Do you think
Yeah,
their
and
feelings were wrong?
but it's like, excuse me, you can go you can go there's different ways you can go with it though, so you really can't pinpoint it. But women, they should have that understanding of being raised in a black home, and at least show empathy. A lot of people are quick to jump down a man's throat but don't have the understanding of why he's that way. Same thing with everybody else. They're quick to judge but don't know the full story.
Exactly. So then there was another comment that says they felt that this tweet was surfaced um basically to put to make black women feel some sort of way about the things he said to make them want to fall back and be hush hush about the situation.
How do we know he said this though?
It was on his Twitter. It was posted on his Twitter. That's where it surfaced from. It was a tweet between him and the girlfriend.
Okay, well, he probably posted that. Maybe, I'm not trying to take up, but you have to look at different aspects because there's always three sides to a story. A woman can always paint a picture perfectly and turn into a victim and make the other person look bad. What really happened? Why were those tweets sent out? Maybe he was mad, talking out of anger, and just pissed. Because a lot of people say a lot of stuff that they don't mean.
No, what I mean when I say these tweets were between him and his girlfriend, it was the girl who was dating who was of another race. They
Hmm.
both were having this discussion and they both were stating how they felt. They both felt the same way. So they both were on the same page as far as how they feel about black women. So that's why the comment that I read when the person said it ills her to feel to know that he felt this way, him and his girlfriend, about black women, but yet she's reaching out for help from the black community. Why doesn't she go and ask, you know, white people for help?
That's a very that's a very touchy subject. It's because it could go a lot of different ways. Like there's like a lot of different scenarios, but at the end of the day, he's still wrong
Yeah.
because the age that he is, I believe 22,
Mm-hmm.
he should know better. He should know that he has a problem. He, but a lot of black men do not have support in the community. and they just go on, and then they have their friends, their so-called boys, that should be stepping in when they see that, oh, you're beating the mess out of a female.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not egg it on, like, because I'm quite sure that that man knows that it's not right to abuse a woman, but they need help, and society has made it seem.
Now, I don't know if he abused women. I don't know that. I don't know if he abused women. I just know that he had these ill feelings towards black women.
The mother, see, once again, you have to go back. You have to think about the family dynamic where it first started, because that's where those feelings come from. A black woman damaged him, and nobody has corrected him.
So Belinda says white women think if they are with a black man, they are superior. So the black man down the black women because uh white women are white women is naive. Rhonda says some black men haven't been raised by father figures, so they grow up not knowing how to treat a woman. And that is true. Both of those comments are true. I want to shift it a little bit and this even go into how you keep hearing men say they're tired of women's masculinity. Well, how why are we being considered masculine because we have to stand up and basically be independent? Men don't, want to step up and be men and do their part. If a man is not able to live off of a woman, then you're too masculine, you're too independent. They don't want to deal with you. So what do you think about that?
I believe that a lot of black men looking for the easy way out.
Mhm.
They want a naive person, that somebody they don't have to argue with, somebody that will just hand it right to them.
So a yes woman basically.
I'm gonna go on mute really fast.
Okay.
I'm still listening. I'm gonna grab these kids.
Okay.
I'm still listening.
Okay. So, do you guys have anything that you would like to add? Do you have an opinion to the question that I just asked while we're waiting for her to come back? So the question was, the men who keep saying that women need to stop being so masculine. I want to know, why are we masculine? Because we have to be independent and take everything on by ourselves. Because we don't have men to stand up and stand by our side.
I Our community really needs help. It needs Our community really needs that one voice that's gonna lead the pack, and everybody follows. Because when I look around at our people, we are so lost. We follow the media. We think it's okay because a celebrity has beat the mess out of their spouse, and thinks it's okay. So, oh, I'm gonna do it because this person did it. But this person has money and can buy his way out of it and then do it again. But people in a not on top of that pedestal, now they're locked up because what the media did say. Oh, okay, that's right, and I'm gonna get out too. No, it doesn't work like that. Money gets you out of a lot of stuff. And people that are underclass in the middle class, you have to think before you react. Weigh out your pros and cons because uh, one um, one one slip up, one not thinking everything out and just reacting off of impulse can cost you your entire life. And now you're sitting there wondering, like, I wish I would have never done this. I wish I would have thought everything through. There should be some type of hotline centers for men because our black men are very lost. They just need help. They just need that one person that aren't gonna judge them, let them know it's gonna be okay, stay on top of them. They need motivation.
What about the women that have done that with black men though, and all they did was disrespect them and walk all over them?
Say that one more time.
What about the women that have been those stand up type of women for and try to be there and try to help, you know?
Leave them alone. Leave them alone. You
So
can say, "Baby, I'm sorry," 24/7, but if you're gonna come back and do it like the eighth time again, no, you just know that you're expecting and know that you'll never leave their side. You have to basically wash hands, let them bump their heads by themselves. Maybe they'll seek help. Maybe they'll see what the woman is talking about. But there's so many ways you can go about the situation.
Miss Belinda says if he is a strong black man, he will love a strong black woman. And Rhonda says yes, they are all, not all, but most.
Uh, I had read so, I read something. Read it a few times. A lot of people said that doesn't make sense, but I think it makes sense. It's not a conspiracy to destroy a black man. It's not a conspiracy to destroy black men. It's a conspiracy to destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he will never become a man.
It's time I light up. Did you give me a shot?
And it also it starts at home because at home, the way that the father is talking to him, that destroys him.
I'm
And
here, y'all.
when he gets into school, now we have Caucasians destroying them, telling them that they'll never be nothing. So who do they believe?
Right.
Because everybody basically started on them when like they don't have any type of who can they run to, basically, when everybody has told them that they won't be anything in life. They believe it, and maybe that's why they make the choices in life because they still hold on to how they were conditioned in the mind. It's it just needs something to be set up for just legit people that actually genuinely care about us African Americans to take the time out to help show them the direction because a lot of these African Americans they just need that push, show them where to start because some of them feel lost.
Okay.
But I'm
So,
going on mute.
okay, I'm gonna read a comment and then I'll
Okay,
let Data step in.
okay.
Belinda says because they weak, and then Rhonda says some women are scared to leave because she's afraid what's going to happen. Fuck that, I'm sleeping with a gun. Welcome, Data. Data, are you here? Okay, this is probably going to be a short one.
Yeah, cause my kids they doing the most.
Yeah, this I said we should cancel it, but yes,
Hey, but I got the topic out because like that was I didn't have my key points and all that stuff. But yeah, I guess we can finish it off next week or sometime.
yeah, we could do a rehash. You guys, we're gonna go on the end early. Um, we've said all we could say. Thank you guys for your opinions and sharing your thoughts. You guys have a good night. Enjoy the Super Bowl, Belinda. Good
Hey, the
night.
Steelers is finna win. Hey, I know the Steelers ain't playing, but I'm gonna act like they playing because I don't know
All
none of
right,
these things.
you
Peace.
guys. Good night.
Good night.